For Hope by Cindy Lee. Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, morning. An upside-down SUV screams along a dirt road, the roof chewing the dust. It hits a rock and starts flipping over and over. This entire scene is shot at 100 frames per second. The sound is distorted, slowed down like we're underwater. The camera is inside the SUV with the occupants during the entire film, upside down when they are. The driver, Themba, is a black man in his mid-40s, wearing a game ranger's uniform. He is clutching the steering wheel, screaming. His passenger, Nick, a French woman in her early 40s, is shielding her face from breaking glass flying into the car. Stones and dust fill the cabin.
Themba! Themba!
Themba is screaming, unable to answer her. The SUV flips onto its side and tears into the bush, sliding over thorn bushes, branches snapping back in through broken windows, tearing leather and flesh.
Make it stop, please, make it stop!
The SUV slides into a donga and finally comes to a stop on its roof. Cut to interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, morning. The rest of the film is shot at 50 frames per second. The dialogue is still slightly distorted, and there is an echo on the sound as if their ears are ringing. There is silence as the SUV finally comes to rest in the donga. Steam creeps out from the upturned engine. Themba and Nick stare straight ahead, breathing deeply. They are suspended from the roof of the SUV, hanging from their seatbelts.
What just happened?
Themba breathing deeply.
You had a charter to catch. You were late.
I wasn't late. Now I'm late.
Are you okay? Is anything broken?
Nick moves her neck from side to side. She wiggles her legs, moves her arms.
I don't think so. You?
Themba starts to move. He yells out in pain. Nick says in French.
What?
Blood trickles down from a cut on Nick's chin into her eyes. She wipes it away, frantically trying to see what's going on with Themba. He has a large gash in his side. He is bleeding profusely.
My legs. I think they're broken.
And you're bleeding.
Themba glances down at his side. A large gash is leaking blood. He looks over at Nick, who is starting to hyperventilate.
Oh, that? That's nothing. I've had mosquito bites worse than that.
Now is not the time for joking.
Themba surveys his surroundings.
You're right, sorry. Listen carefully, Nick. You're going to have to get out and get help. Can you do that?
Nick, nodding, tries to unbuckle her seatbelt. It won't come loose. She pulls hard at it.
I don't believe this. It's stuck.
Try again.
I am trying again. It's stuck.
A mobile phone rings. There is a beat as they both register the phone ringing.
I don't want to answer it. What do I say?
Themba considers the situation.
Give it to me. I'll think of something.
Nick reaches inside her pocket a little too quickly. Hands slippery with blood. The phone slips from her hands. She scrambles to catch it. It slides out of reach down towards the back of the car. Nick starts to panic in French.
Shit, shit, shit.
There is a moment as the realization of what's just happened sinks in. Another phone rings.
It's definitely them.
If it is them, they can help us get out of here. We'll worry about everything else later. Okay, Nick?
Nick tries to control her breathing. She looks around for the ringing phone.
Where is it?
It's in my jacket. Can you see it?
Nick sees Themba's jacket lying on the roof further back. She stretches for it, but it's out of reach.
Now what?
Nick pulls at her seatbelt again. Themba looks out of the window. Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, morning. Themba's upside-down POV of the bush through the broken window. It's hot. The bush is alive with sounds. Find a dung beetle pushing a large ball of dung up the embankment. It loses its balance, and the dung ball rolls back to the bottom of the donga. The dung beetle scuttles after it.
Just give me a minute to think.
Off Themba ruminating on this, cut to interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, morning. Steam creeps out of the engine. Petrol fumes rise in the heat. Nick and Themba hang suspended from their seatbelts. Themba's eyes are closed. Nick is still trying to loosen her seatbelt.
Can you smell that?
Themba doesn't respond.
Themba!
What?
That smell.
It's petrol. The fuel line must be broken.
Will this thing catch fire?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't?
Nick's attention is drawn outside the vehicle.
Hey, look! Over there!
Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, morning. From Nick's upside-down POV, legs approaching. Old, thin, frail legs attached to dry, cracked feet, wearing old leather sandals. The legs come to a stop a few meters from them.
Hello? We're in here. Can you help us?
The legs don't move any closer, or do anything. They just stay put. Nick puts her arm out the car window and waves frantically.
Can you see us? Hello, we're trapped in here. Please, can you help us?
Help! We're stuck!
Themba is soaked in blood that has dripped from his wound and is pooling on the roof of the upturned SUV. He is struggling to stay conscious. The legs bend down and an old woman's face peers into the broken window. She is a village woman in her 70s, a lined face, wearing eyes full of life.
We need to get out of here. He needs to get to a hospital.
The old woman stares at her, then shifts her gaze to Themba.
Hello, sissy. Please, go get help. We can't get help. My legs.
The old woman surveys Themba's legs, then slowly turns her gaze back to Nick.
Jesus, tell me she can understand one of us.
Nick glances over at Themba. He is struggling to stay conscious. Nick shakes Themba.
Themba!
Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, later that morning. From their upside-down POV, the face disappears. The legs turn and walk away from the car.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? We need help in here. Hey! Where are you going, bitch?
Is it the dawn?
What?
If you're going to swear at her, do it properly.
Nick stares at Themba. A few beats. The panic starts to take a hold of her. Her breathing quickens.
Relax. She's coming back. She's going to get help.
How do you know this?
Because I asked her to.
Sorry, I didn't mean that. Hey!
They are alone. Nick pulls hard on the seatbelt. She glances at Themba. His eyes are closed. He is holding onto the wound with his hands. Her phone rings again. She turns and looks at it lying at the back of the SUV, and then back at Themba. His hands have fallen from his sides and hang loosely on the interior of the roof of the SUV. She leans over and nudges him.
Themba, stay awake. I'm scared. Themba, please.
Themba slowly opens his eyes. It's hot inside and outside the vehicle. Nick sighs and tries to slow her breathing down. Sounds from the bush bounce off the inside of the car. Insects fly around their heads. A fly lands on Themba's wound. Nick swats it away.
We have to get out of this car. We can't be found in here.
Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, morning. Nick's upside-down POV of the bush. We see the dung beetle Themba was watching. Again it loses its dung ball. This time it doesn't go back for it. It just scuttles away. Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, late morning. The earth shimmers. Insects dance in the heat. The petrol fumes are thicker. Nick and Themba hang motionlessly from their seatbelts. Themba appears to be unconscious. Nick is crying. We hear voices. Off Nick in that direction. From her upside-down POV, the upside-down legs of the old woman return. There are more legs with her, strong men's legs. They stop a few meters from the SUV. We hear soft, animated talking. Nick says in French.
She's back. Themba, she's back.
Nick shakes Themba.
I told you.
From her POV, men's legs move closer to the car. They bend down. Young, strong black faces peer in through the broken window.
Thank God. Please, get us out. Hurry.
Nick pulls on her seatbelt. The men don't react. They stare at her and Themba.
He's going to die if you don't get us out. Is that what you want? Do you want his blood on your hands? What kind of animals are you?
The men stare straight at Nick. Their expressions change. They look angry. They start talking amongst themselves, their voices quick and stern. A realization washes over Nick.
I can explain. I can explain. Just get us out of here. Please, for God's sake, get us out of here.
Nick, frantic, pulls hard at the seatbelt. She thrashes around in her seat. The SUV rocks. A battery breaks loose. A fire ignites in the engine.
Oh my God, it's burning. The car, Themba, it's on fire. We're going to die in here. Help!
Interior SUV, Kruger National Park, South Africa, late morning. From Nick's upside-down POV, legs walking away, till all she can see is the hot earth. In French,
Help! Themba, it's burning! Themba!
the flames get bigger. On Nick, panic taking over, wild eyes. Interior, Kruger National Park, South Africa, midday. For the first time we cut to a wide to reveal the SUV and the donga. We pull out on a crane shot to reveal dozens of rhino horns scattered along the road behind the SUV. The SUV is burning, and the locals are just standing watching. No one attempts to help them. The end.